Hello. Stuart Heath here, founder and CEO of Harvard Grace Capital, with our final edition of the Important Investing Terms series. And we're talking about more terms that you need to know when investing in real estate. This is not just buying it, this is investing in real estate. Last week, part 14 had some terms. Today we got more returns. And this is just a sampling of those. Remember, go to the website, download the ebook we put together for you with all kinds of investing terms. And I think it'll be helpful for you. It's free. We'd love for you to have it. So today we're going to talk about cash out refinance, preferred return, triple net lease, cash on cash return, and equity multiple. So cash out refinance. This is something that happens both residentially, personally, as well as commercially. A very popular term. And what does that mean? So I'm going to refinance my mortgage. Means I'm going to go get a new loan, pay off my existing loan, and because the value of my asset has increased over time, I'm going to borrow more money, and then whatever's left over after I pay off the first term, I'm going to pocket. So maybe you're refinancing for a lower rate, which is great. Maybe you're refinancing because you want cash out, you want to work on your property. And maybe like when we do it for our investors, maybe we're just trying to return capital back to our investors and let that commercial property that's doing quite well pay off loan, and then we put a return of capital back to our investors, which is a tax-free return of capital. Very important distinction there. What's a preferred return? Well, in our instance, when we take in invested capital from our equity partners, we offer them a preferred return. Preferred means they get a return before Harvard Grace does. It's usually expressed as an interest rate. So, for instance, we generally will offer a preferred return of 8%. And so they will earn 8% on their money until such time as they have received all of their dollars back. So that's preferred. They get, before Harvard Grace, the sponsor, gets a dime, they get all of their money back plus their preferred return. And then we move forward together. It's not a buyout, it's a preference. It's similar to that cash on cash return. So last time we talked about NOI, net operating income, and distributable cash flow. So cash on cash return, because your return from a piece of real estate, or really any investment, will come from the cash you receive along the way, as well as the capital gain at the end. Sometimes all you'll have is a capital gain at the end. But the cash on cash return is what you're receiving currently as compared to what you paid, what you invested in the property. If you put a $100,000 investment into a piece of property and you are getting an $8,000 annual distribution from that property, you've got an 8% cash on cash return. That's what that means. It's as simple as that. What are you getting currently? And that cash on cash return can change every quarter, every year, depending on the operations of the property. Now, our last term, equity multiple, is another expression of internal rate of return or return on investment. Equity multiple is very simple. How much cash do you expect to get through the life of this investment divided by how much you put into it? And generally, people in our business, we want to see anywhere from 2 to 3x over a 5-year period. 3x is pretty rare. Mid 2s is fairly common on a good piece of real estate. So 2 times your money, 2.5 times your money. That's the equity multiple. That's the simplest way of expressing that. There are some more technical and sophisticated ways to look at return on investment or internal rate of return and things of that nature. And I said it was the last one, but here's our last one. What's a triple net lease? Well, triple net lease is a lease where the tenant or tenants are responsible for all the operating costs of the building So they pay rent, and then you pass through all the cost, taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs, and a lot of times there'll be carve out. Maybe the landlord stays responsible for the HVAC system or the roof, but generally the tenants are responsible for all the costs. It's a very attractive way to invest in real estate if you've got good long-term tenants under a triple net lease. There's many more terms, folks. This is what we do for a living. We hope that you will reach out to us if we can be of help to you. Download the book with the terms, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching.